Hello yoga friends. I'm going to try to do a video. I'm outside, lots of noises, and I'm using my earbuds. I don't know if this is going to work because, as you guys all know, I'm not technically gifted. So we're going to try our best. All right, I need you to get your mat, blocks, and a strap. And we'll get started. Go ahead and take a seat on your mat. And sit in a comfortable or easy pose. We'll sit up nice and tall. I need you to relax from the hips down and then lift up tall from the hips up. Hands on your knees, hands in your lap. You can choose a mudra or just relax. And then bring all your awareness to your breath. Big inhale. Let your chest, belly, and side ribs move. And as you exhale, let them come back into place. See if you can get your breath deeper, bigger inhale, followed by an even larger or longer exhale. Two more deep breaths. Last one. Close your eyes like I have, bring them open. Bring your hands to your knees if they're not already there. Let's make some circles with the body. Some big movement pattern, just your torso. You're going to pick a direction you want to move in, doesn't matter which, because we're going to do both. And then you stop and reverse. Two more circles in the direction you're going now. And final circle. And come up to the center. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, relaxed from the hips down. Lifted from the hips up. We'll turn in the right. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand to the knee. I want you to inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, press into your twist. You're going to gently release and switch sides. I want you to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press into your twist. Gently release back to the center. Put a right hand down. I want you to reach your left arm to the sky. So go nice and high. And then you're going to fold over. Slight look up. You can look out to the side, but look up versus coming down and rounding. I'm going to stay lateral. Get a little bit of weight to your right hand so you're supported and open up, reaching with the left hand. I want you to reach the sky. Bend the elbow, cactus, and open. Hold that open position. Reach right back up. Take it all the way diagonal over your right knee. Again, round. Come up and switch sides. Left hand down, reach the right arm up, big reach. Fold laterally, again, looking slightly up if you can. Reaching with the right arm to open up to the right side. Reach up, cactus open, hold that slight backwards attempt. It's an awkward position. Take a diagonal reach over your left knee. Again, support your left arm. All the way up, both hands down. next inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. You're lifted through the spine, not reaching through your shoulders. You're going to come as far forward as you can. Bring the hands down. From here, we're going to use our breath to deepen. I want you to inhale, lengthen and sort of straighten with a slight tuck to the chin. On your exhale, I want you to push your torso closer to your crossed legs. Next breath, inhale, lengthen, get that straight back in. And on your exhale, we press. If you can't come to your forearms, it doesn't matter. It's not how far you go, it's that you feel the stretch without rounding into your thoracic. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. We need to get away from that. We need to go into what it feels like. Do you feel the stretch pull in your hips? Over time, this will take you a greater range of motion to get there, right? Flexibility. Until then, go for the feels, not the look. Because if not, you'll be really disappointed and you'll contort your body to get a shape, which is not the goal. You're going to gently come up. When you come all the way up, I want you to switch the cross of your legs so you're in that awkward position. And then we're going to twist to the left. So right hand to the knee, left hand behind you. I want you to inhale, lengthen, press into your twist. Leave your right hand on the knee, bring your left arm to the sky. We're going to fold diagonal over your knees, so you're rotated open as you do a lateral bend. And then we'll come up and we'll literally switch sides. So once you come to neutral, bring left hand to the right knee, inhale, lengthen, press into your twist. Hold on to your knee as you bring your right arm up and take your diagonal fold. Lift all the way up, find that neutral forward facing position. Your next inhale, lift your arms up. You're going to exhale, hinge at your hip. Again, drop your shoulders. So we're extended through the arms, but not through the neck. Only go as far as you can, so you need to put your hands down. Then you do. Inhale, lengthen, tuck your chin. Exhale, press into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press. Last big breath here. Then I want you to gently walk yourself up. We're going to take it into a straddle. So you're going to go only as wide as you can handle without the outside edges of your hip firing, right? So I'm going to have to adjust. So with yourself in straddle, we're going to lift up nice and tall. I need this lifted spine and a neutral pelvis. We're going to hinge from our hip, meaning the back is straight as you come forward. I need you to watch out for any rounding or caving in on yourself, so stay lifted through the spine, relaxed from the hips down, lifted from the hips up. Coming forward only as the belly comes forward, not as just the chest. We don't want to fold in or cave in. For those of you who've been with me for a long time, you know exactly what I want from you. I need toes up. You can have a little bend in the knees, but I don't want you letting your feet roll out or cave in, right? We want that straight leg and then straight spine, and then we find our fold. One more big breath here. Now we're going to gently lift ourselves up. We're going to take a lateral. So this is for the torso. You might get a little leg, but it should be more body, torso rather. So most of us need to put our hand behind, rotate open, and we're just going to fold over, going for the opposite toe. Don't rotate your body to get to the toe. Just allow what lives there to happen. Forcing things just because you need to touch something does not get you the right stretch. We're going to come up. We're going to switch sides. So most of us need to put the hand behind and then reach the right arm up and over towards the opposite foot. We'll come up and do it again. Again, most people are going to put their hand behind. Some of us are going to put our hand in front. For those of you who are flexible enough to come down to your forearm, put the palm up, rotate open, and you're reaching over, going for the toe. Watch out for rounding. Yes, that is easier. We're not looking for ease, we're just looking for a stretch in this ankle. And we'll switch sides. Same thing, either your hand goes behind or you have the ability that it's palm up. We're reaching over our right ear, going for the left toe. Then we switch. Final effort. Remember, behind or in front, you choose. Switch. Nice and slow. Find that placement. Find the stretch. Gently lift all the way back up. Nice and tall, and we go right back into our straddle forefold. Lengthen through the spine. Remember, you're hinging at the hips, so your back is straight. You come forward only as far as the hamstrings and inner thighs allow. Then use your breath to deepen. Toes to the sky. Inhale, lengthen, tuck your chin. Exhale, press forward. Next inhale, long. Next exhale, press. Even if you make it to the floor, it doesn't mean you're done. It just means you're on the floor. Lift in your inhale, press in your exhale. One more big breath here. Gently walk it up. Once you're up, we're going to bring the bottom of the feet together. So, thigh cross. Pounding. Feet press into one another. We want to be as upright as we can, not as tucked at the loss of ability to be upright. You can hold on to toes, you can hold on to shins, you can put your hands behind you, whatever gives you a lifted spine. We're going to inhale, lift the spine, and with our physical strength of our torso, we're going to push the belly towards the feet, not the face, not the chest. Length, and then the belly, the lower torso presses in. We should feel this in our hip, maybe a little inner thigh. And you should not feel it in your mid, top, or back. Last big breath here. Ease ourselves up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up, leaning back slightly. We're going to bring our feet out as wide as the mat, and then we're going to just rotate side to side. Movement for the hip joint. All right, now we're going to go to a 90-90 with the right knee forward. So I'm going to be sideways. You would be facing, obviously. So I'm going to go sideways. So you want your right knee straight out from the hip and your shin parallel to the top of the mat. Ideally, we want the left leg straight out to the side of the mat and the left leg running down, the shin running down the edge of the mat. Now this can put pressure on your knees if that is you. Tuck our feet versus trying to move the hip. Try to keep the hip where it is. Just bring the feet in, right? So we're going to put our left hand on our left hip. And I want you to push the hip back and down as if you were going to push the bum to the mat. Then I want you to rock it as far forward as it's going to go. I need you to keep your torso in one place, looking forward. The only reason I ask that is because most people do a lot of this, thinking they got it. And this is about the pelvis moving. So I don't really care what the shoulders can do. If the shoulders want to follow, that's fine. But if you got a lot of something going on, it's in the shoulders, not the hips, we're sort of missing the point. The point is to keep the pelvis to move. We're going to take our hip, we're going to rock it as far forward as we can. Bring it as far forward as we can. Left hand and right hand down. I want you to pull your spine long, and then I want you to fold over your right leg. If you can come down to your forearms on blocks or on the floor, that's fine. But don't drop off onto one arm. I need both arms down. The left forearm being more important than the right. As best we want, as best we can, natural extension of your head versus fully relaxing it or trying to look forward. And then we're going to gently bring ourselves up. And then we're going to switch sides. So since you're facing, I would imagine you're going to just sweep your legs around. I'm sideways, so I am going to rotate over. And again, take the time to get your hips in that big 90-90. Again, parallel shin, parallel right thigh, and then only tucking the feet versus pulling the knees in, right? Now our right hand goes to our right hip. We're going to rock the hip back and then rock the hip forward. Looking for as much range of motion that we can get in the pelvis. This time we're going to take it forward and stay. So rock the right hip forward, as far forward as it will go. Bring both hands forward. I want you to pull your spine long as you fold over your left thigh. Again, forearms to the floor or blocks. Again, you can stay tall. We're just going for the pull in up tip for a nice hip stretch. To table. So in our table, hands are underneath the shoulders, maybe a little wider. Knees are underneath the hip bones, not wider. You start cat-cow. Inhale, let your belly drop, trapeze lifts. As you exhale, as you're around here, upper back, overhead, and in. You're going to move with the pace of your breath. Your inhale takes you into your cow shape, and your exhale takes you through your cat shape. Last inhale, exhale. You're going to inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale, hold. Next inhale, spinal twisting the right arm up. Thread our needle. Drive through as far as you can. Come down forward and down so that you rest on the side of your right shoulder and head. Press into your left arm. Welcome to bind. Pulling the left chest open. You're welcome to reach forward, but don't relax into it. We want a little bit of a press. So even if you reach your arm forward, press slightly open. Last big breath here. Your next inhale, push your left hand down next to your face. Lift back up. Once you're up, sweep your fingers to the sky. Come back to table. Other side. On your inhale, take it up. On your exhale, thread your needle. Drive through. Come down onto the left side of your head and shoulder, and then use your right arm the same way you use your left arm to engage a deeper twist. breath here. Press the right hand down. Lift back up. Fingers to the sky. Come back to table. And then work your way to your belly. All right, so lying on our belly, we're going to bring our hands down by our lower ribs. Push your elbows towards your feet, looking at the mat. On your next inhale, we push into a cobra, lifting up into your back bend, and then gently lowering. So the reach of the crown forward as we lift up is going to lengthen and naturally decompress the spine. You're moving with your breath. Your inhale takes you up. Your exhale releases you back down. Try not to lock out your elbows. We're not going for height, we're going for bend. Three more, just like this. Two more. And we've got one more. We'll come back down. We're going to stack our hands. Elbows are be wide. Rest your head. Bend your knees, your feet are facing the sky, and then we're going to make sure we go gently. And we'll straighten the legs back out. Top of the feet flat. We're going to come up into a Sphinx. Elbows go underneath the shoulders, palms down. We're going to relax from the belly button down. Let the hips be heavy. But from the belly button up, I want you to inhale, lift up tall. And then exhale, gently pull forward. So you feel a gentle stretch through your abdominal wall. It'll feel more intense if you did more with your abdominal muscles. There's no judgment. I'm just saying. I didn't do a lot of core yesterday or even today, so minimal stretch for me. And then we're going to gently come right back down, stacking the hands again, resting the chin, cheek, or the forehead, bend the knees, feet are in the air, gentle shoulders. And then we'll straighten out our legs, curling our toes. Bring your hands by your side rib cage. We're going to inhale through cobra, exhale to child's pose. Inhale, lift the side, exhale. Send the hips back, arms extended, rest your head on the floor. One more big breath here. And then we'll gently lift ourselves up. And then what we're going to do is come all the way up onto our knees. You'll need your blocks. So grab both blocks. Put them on the outside edges of your mat at the top of your mat. Then we're going to get into some low lunges with some hamstring stretches. So first thing we're going to do is bring our right leg forward, go all the way out, flat foot. Pull your core in, and we're going to shift forward. Grab your blocks, bring them in as needed, and then we're going to drop the hip heavy. You want your knee on top of your ankle, if not slightly behind, but do not let it pass forward. With our core engaged, our abdominal wall engaged, we're going to drop our hip and we're going to lift and open. If you have a pretty flexible hip flexor, you may need a higher block. You may need both blocks. You can use one or the other. What I want to encourage you is to be heavy versus hold and contract. That has an amazing benefit, but we're looking for just the deep stretch. So we're going to let our body be heavy. We're going to go into a half split. We're only doing half splits today for those of you who know me and love the full split, but not today. Heel down, toe is lifted. You're going to pull your right hip back, but you're not going to over straighten the right leg, so picture there's a little bend. And then I want you to straighten your spine. So it's going to be a lifting up of the chest and then pushing the belly to the thigh versus the face. So what happens is we tend to relax the foot, Straighten out the leg and we round through our back. We want to pull tension by keeping foot flexed, knee slightly bent. Pull the right hip back, super straight in the spine, and then fold the belly to the thigh. Right? If you're flexible enough, bring your hands to the floor. That's great, though it doesn't earn you any points. There's no points for that. It just gets you into the shape you need to and the stretch. We're going to shift forward. This will be our last time in a low lunge. Use your blocks. Pull your abdominal wall in before you drop your hip and lift up. Let your hip be heavy. And then we'll go back into our half split. Our final effort, heel down, toe up. You want the flex in the foot. You want to pull the right hip back without straightening the leg. Pull the spine long, and then we're going to press the belly to the thigh. Again, use your blocks if you have to round, because we want to avoid rounding. Breath here. And then we're going to gently lift ourselves up. Once you're up, we're going to switch. So the right leg comes in, left leg goes long, foot flat, pull your core in. With your abdominal muscle pulled in, we shift forward. We find that low lunge. Again, making sure the stack of the left knee over the left ankle is straight up and down and not slightly behind, but never forward. With the abdominal wall pulled in and contracted, supports low back, drop the hip and lift up into as much of a back bend as we're going to get without over-compressing. Shift into a half split, come back, use your blocks, your foot is flexed, knee is softened, and pull your left hip back, and then straighten the spine and press the belly to the thigh. One more big breath here. And gently lift ourselves up. Core engage, push forward, final low lunge. With abdominal wall engage, we drop our hips and lift up and open. Strong hip flexor stretch right hip. Heel down, toe up. Use your blocks as needed. Flex, ankle, soften, knee. We slight bend. Pull the right hip. Sorry, left hip back. Straighten and lengthen the spine, and then bring your lower abdominals or lower torso towards your thigh, not your chest and your face. To the water. So, sorry about that. From here, we're going to go into a half pigeon. If half pigeon hurts your knees, there's that 90-90 that we did earlier. You're going to go into it. So what we're going to do is, I like to get into it from a tall plank. And also get into it from your table position. I want you to bring your right knee up behind your right wrist on the outside edge of the mat. We all know, if you know me, this is non-negotiable. Walk the foot across, fully negotiable. I don't know how far across it needs to go. You do. You determine that based on your knee happiness. Walk your left leg back. When you toe it back, you're going to get more external rotation in your right hip. It's either going to enter the knee or not. If it enters the hip and leaves the knee alone, you're safe to continue. Keep your hips or pelvis square to the floor. Watch out for rocking it off to one side unless you're fully dropping and going and torso rotating for your 90-90. Right? So this is a knee-friendly version. Half pigeon can be knee-friendly. You will determine if it's knee-friendly for you. The left leg is fairly straight. It's not perfectly straight. I just don't want you to be relaxed that your foot and toes face sideways. Your heel and toes, everything, the top of your foot is down, the top of your thigh presses down, your left hip presses down, your spine is long. And then if you can come down, stack your fists for your headrest. You can use a block. If you can get pretty low, you can go to one fist, but make sure the whole body's moving, not just dropping your head. This is a strong hip stretch. You should feel this in your right glutes or hip. That'll be all. We got 2 deep breaths here. We're going to gently lift ourselves up. We're going to make our way onto our left side. So curl the toes if you're going from half pigeon. Pull the abdominal walls in so your low back is supported. And we switch sides. Left knee behind the left wrist. Walk the foot across. Doesn't need to be all the way. You're just walking it in to get the external rotation. You're walking it back to finish it. Again, if he doesn't agree with it, and it may have liked it on the other side, but not this side, you're dropping into the 90-90 we did earlier. If not, half pigeon stays. You come down to your forearms, and then you get your right side involved. So you're going to straighten up the right leg, top of the thigh, top of the foot, and front of the right hip. Press down and into the mat gently. And you come as low as you need to, bringing the torso in first, head last. What does that mean? If you bring your head in first, you're going to round through your back. And I need your back to be neutral or natural in length versus rounded. And again, you should feel this in your left hip, glute area. Last big breath here. And we're going to gently lift ourselves up. And this time we're all going to lower to our left hip, and you're going to sweep your legs in. I'm going to turn position just to get my face out of the sun. By the way, I'm in Pensacola, Florida, and it's mid-December. It's like almost 70 degrees out. It's lovely. So I'm sorry, I know a lot of my friends up north, they're getting some really bad weather. All right, come on down. Once you're lying on your back, sorry, headband needs to go. Ladies, do not suffer through your hair tie position. Get rid of the hair tie so your head lies flat. We'll worry about our hair later. First thing we're going to do is a hamstring stretch using our band. Bend the left knee, only while you're getting the strap on the bony structure of your right foot. So on the ball of the foot or the heel, but not the tender fascia of your arch, unless you're in a shoe. So if you're in a shoe, of course, use your arch. If you're not, bony structure. Once you have the strap of the foot in place, straighten the left leg. We want this to ensure that we have a neutral pelvis versus a posterior pelvic tilt, which is a false sense of flexibility, right? Because you're rounded, and I want neutral. Pull on both straps, soften in the knees so you're not locked out, and then I want you to pull in until you get the hamstring stretch you want. So you're looking to make sure you feel in the back of your thigh, not behind your knee. If you feel it in the knee, your leg is too straight. You cannot look at my leg and say if you're straight or bent comparative to what I have, because you might need a straighter leg to get a better hamstring stretch. You might need a really deep bend to get the better hamstring stretch. So two things are going to happen. One, do not push your foot into the strap. That's a contraction. We want sort of a loose leg. You're pulling for the hamstring stretch. Second, you have to bend or straighten the leg to find out where your hamstring stretch is. This is where mine is. But I've seen people go straighter, and I've seen people need to really bend greatly to get into the hamstring. Don't judge it. Just know that's what you need, and you're just here for the hamstring stretch, not for nailing a look. We don't care about the look. We just care about the feels, the effects. So I want you to take your right hand and I want you to choke up all the way as far as you could reach. If you can do a toe hold, that's fine. Grab your toe, but pull your right shoulder back down into the mat. We're going to take the leg out to the side. So let go with the left hand. Keep your left hip down. Pull the leg out to the side. Right? Your leg should stay in the same position, line here, as it is out to the side. So what I want to make sure you don't do is this. Right? I'm exaggerating, but that is not a stretch. So when you're tight or choked up on this, you're going to keep your hamstring stretch and then add inner thigh. I want you to engage your core as you pull the leg back up. Switch hands, but let go of how far you're choked up. This is no longer a hamstring stretch, it's spinal twist. Pull the right leg across the body. Keep your right shoulder blade down. Allow your right hip to lift as you go into a spinal twist. We're going to switch sides. So, however you want that to happen, I like to steal the strap from one foot to the other. Again, your right leg is bent while you get the strap where you want it, bony structure, ball or heel of the foot. Then you straighten the right leg to give a neutral pelvis. And now we have a pretty honest range of motion for the hamstring. You're going to soften the knee, relax the foot, and you're going to pull in to get the hamstring stretch you want or need. Neck and shoulders are relaxed. There is tension to hold the straps, but don't add tension. It's so easy to kind of get all tight up in the hold, but you just want the grip to be strong enough to hold, and then tension the arms to create the hold. No extra needed, although extra is easily added. Just don't recommend. Left hand, choke up, put as far out as you can go. Again, you can go toe hold. Once you've done that, let go with the right hand. Engage your abdominal wall as you bring the leg out to the side. And then relax here. Your right hip does not pop up. Do not bend the knee because it'll allow you to go over further. And this isn't about how far you go over. It's about entering this hip opening stretch. Yes, you'll have inner thigh stretch. Yes, you'll have a little hamstring stretch. That's what we want. It's an intended area. more big breath here. With your abdominal walls engaged, pull up, switch sides. You can let go a little bit maybe tight. It's no longer hamstring. Spinal twist. Keep your left shoulder down. Let your left hip lift as we take care of it. Strap. Just put it to the side. I want you to bend your knees. Set your feet as wide as your mat. And then we're going to do some slow windshield wipers side to side. We're going to come up to the center. Pull your abdominal wall in as you bring your legs into sort of an upside down table. If this is too much for your low back, please relax your feet. If not, keep it here, arms out, belly button, hold in, low back, press into the mat, spinal twist to your right. Once you get all the way over, take the right hand, grab the outside of the left leg, and just hold on to it. You don't need to push. Keep your left shoulder down. You can look up at the ceiling or the sky, whatever you've got, or you can look out past your left hand. Switch sides, release the hand, pull the abdominal wall in, bring your left leg up and your right. Decide if you need to relax or not, and then we spinal twist to the left. Keep your right shoulder pulled down, left hand to the outside of the right leg. Use the weight to offer the intensity for the stretch. Don't have to push or pull. Just allow the arm to hold onto the leg. Again, gaze up at the sky or out past your right fingers. Release the left hand, pull your core in, pull the right leg up, pull the left leg up, and then go in for a knee hug. So we're going to bring the knees more towards the shoulders at the center of the body. And we're going to release for happy baby. Keep your tailbone where it is. Don't let it lift up. Don't try to shove it down. You're going to grab behind the knees. If you're a little more flexible, you can grab your ankles. For those really flexible people, you can grab the outside edge of your feet. Again, if you have to pull your hips down, you went too far on the reach, back off so that the body and the torso stays in alignment, and you just got sort of this deep squat shape in your legs. You can hold this one still, you can rock it side to side. It's a choice. I like to hold still, though if you ask me tomorrow, I'm going to rock. So just go with what feels good right now. And bottom of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Find bound angle. Press the feet into one another as you allow the feet to sit on the floor. Let the legs get heavy. You've got some options here. We do left hand heart, right hand abdomen. Arms out to the side, shoulder blades flat, palms up. And just let your body be heavy. If your feet want to push further away from you, let it. If you're holding on, let go. It's an active effort. You have to teach yourself to do it. With each inhale, you feel your lungs, and your exhale, you let go of your hips as you exhale. So we're going to reach your legs long. Once you've done that, I want you to bring your arms up over your head. Everything's on the floor. I want you to inhale, stretch out long. Fingers and toes go in opposite directions. And as you relax and heavy into the mat, we find Savasana. Ideally, feet goes wide as the mat. You can go back in the Supta Baddha Konasana. Get your shoulder blades flat and your palms up. Your hands are down by your sides. You're also welcome to go left hand up, right hand abdomen. And I want you to get heavy and relax into your mat. Breathing out. Two deep breaths here. Start to move your toes gently, petting your wrists and ankles, elbows, shoulders, knees and hips. Your knees bent. You're going to roll to your side. You pick the side that feels right. I'm rolling to face you. Obviously, you're going to do what you want to do because it doesn't matter which side you come up on. Although that is an argument out there. So, and there's validity to the argument that says you can only roll to your left or right. I'm just saying, I am not putting that on you. We're going to press to sit up. Once you're sitting up nice and tall, you're going to find a comfortable seated position. Sitting up, bring our palms together. Thumbs will come to our heart center, Anjali Mudra. And take a moment to be grateful for how amazing your body moves for you. And then the thumbs come to our third eye, and we bow our heads together, thanking you very much. All right, I hope to at least do 1 or 2 a week. I promised 1 or 2 a week, and I think I'm 3 weeks late. So, and we'll see how this goes with my earbuds in. If not, I'm gonna have to figure out another plan. Send comments on how it went, and of course, you guys know to send me your requests for if you want something very specific. Thanks.